All right, so let's hit our last topic, Zach. Talk a little NFL. It's great that the season is back. We had week 2, and it's a really funny story here out of sporting news. Carson Wentz gets booed despite Eagles having no fans in the stadium. This is Zach, as we talked about, is it's a little weird having almost no fans in the stadium. But I did watch some places it's a little different. Like I saw the Dolphins game. I think they allowed maybe 10% capacity, which is better than nothing. At least there's somebody out there.
Yeah.
Instead of looking like a video game or something.
Well, I guess they figured 10%.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess they figured 10% capacity at the Dolphins is not that much different than like a normal Sunday.
Not.
So they're like,
it's not that. And by the way, well, it wasn't super hot there, but I've been to Dolphins Stadium to see a September game. And that, I think, it's the hottest I've ever been in my life.
That sounds awful.
Is before they modified the stadium to put sort of like shading over. It's still open air, but put shading over the stands. My wife and I, we were there. We were just baking. I had a beer. The beer, it's not exaggerated. The beer was hot by the time I sat down. It was just fucking hot.
Yeah, you need to be walking around. You can't drink draft. You got to walk around with what are those Yeti koozies?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like a necessity down there.
That would have been a better idea. And in fact, we ended up just getting out of our seat and watching on the TV that was just that was in the air conditioned area because it was absolutely miserable.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, as we're here, and it's hard to fill that stadium certainly now. And anyways, we're 0-2. I don't want to talk about the Dolphins. I want to talk about Carson Wentz getting booed by no fans. Zach, we got one video here. By the way, congratulations to your Ravens.
2-0, baby.
All right, so here's
Wentz, too tall for Zach Ertz. And now 4th down for the Eagles. John Johnson out there in the coverage.
And then we got another one here.
21-3 in this game. Wentz off play action.
That's picked.
End zone, and it's intercepted. Darius Williams.
And now the boos come in.
In front of J.J. Arthur.
So
at least it's accurate.
Broadcast, Zach. They're piping.
I mean, at least it's accurate. It's accurate though, because the Eagles fans are very unforgiving and relentless. I mean, there was like a classic tale of I think it was like in 1968, I think, when Santa Claus came out and all the fans booed Santa Claus, and there was a video of this big joke of that they put out around Christmas time where it was Santa is he's never been to an NFL game since because of that. I mean, they're the fans that are relentless. So it's really nothing different than booing at Carlos Wentz. I mean, there was I remember I think it was last year there was a video of Rex Ryan telling Eagles fans they have to stop booing him, and so it's pretty crazy. But I think the whole idea of someone at Fox having the power of putting artificial boos into is a dangerous power to have.
Yeah, it really is.
You know, and I'm waiting for someone that whoever has that power is going to use that boo button just against the team that they don't like. You know what I mean? Something good will happen. They'll be like, fuck that. And they'll press the boo button. Or you're going to have some asshole behind the control board that's the Black Lives Matter promos start, and he presses the booze button. Some asshole starts doing that. It's a dangerous power to have, I think.
I just think it's hilarious. Yeah, and I do wonder what's coming next. Now, this guy, he did, as you point out, though, he took the pulse of the savage Philly fan and just assumed they would be booing the hell out of him.
Yeah. I mean, they were right. I mean, if that stand was full, if those stands were full, it would have sounded exactly the same.
You know what I'm missing in the game? I think they're doing a little bit better job this year. This past week with piping in the noise. The TV experience actually isn't that bad. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
The one thing I'm missing is the crowd. I think on the third down, they were if you're a home team, rising up for the defense. There's not enough of that. There's not enough of. Everything is reactive, and I don't know how you would do this, but say if there's an interception, you need an instant crowd noise there. Somebody throws a deep pass, there's always like the rise of a crowd as they're everyone's looking to see if it's going to get caught or intercepted or something like that. I think that's one of the things I always love about watching the game is sort of the rise of the instant reaction of the crowd, not like, well, the boos, I guess, would be one. So maybe we could see an evolution of this, and then maybe we won't even need fans at all.
Oh God, I hope not. I tell you what, I've actually been pretty impressed with the way they've done. They've done some pretty interesting thing with camera angles. I think the only time I've really noticed that there wasn't a crowd there is when they're in the red zone. Because otherwise the camera angle is just shooting straight down on the field usually, and so you can't really tell. But when they're in the end zone, they're using that back camera that's like pretty much hitting a lot of the stands. That's when it starts. You can start to really
you get like that reality of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. You kind of like get lost and you forget, and then you see a shot with no one in the audience. You're like, wait a second, you know what I mean? You have to kind of step back. I just get pissed off because like last week the Ravens were away, but before that opening game, I was like sitting there. I'm like, dude, I should be there right now. I should be like sitting. Yeah. I should be tailgating right now. I was sitting there like I don't know, cooking or doing something, but just getting all pissed off because I was like, fuck, I should be in the downtown right now.
Yeah. Why can't I be there to watch? I mean, I don't know. You could do. Can't you do 50%? I don't know why you can't.
I don't know. I guess they're just trying to cover their asses.
Yeah. I mean, do you think we're going to see – do you think this is going to be the whole season?
I think so.
Just play it safe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too.
I think this will be the whole season. At least for the Ravens, I think it'll be the full season.
Not even the playoffs?
No.
You think this is affecting the field of play at all? One way or the other?
I think it's done something to home field advantage. I don't think home field advantage is really a thing anymore.
Do you think? No, yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, particularly, yeah. I mean, really loud stadiums like the Ravens or Pittsburgh or Seattle or New Orleans. Yeah, definitely. I could see that. But then again, I mean, didn't the Patriots go to Seattle and Seattle still pulled it off? I don't know.
Yeah, and the other thing is like I think it does something for the home team, like not just the crowd noise, but also like the whole aspect of playing for fans, right? At the Ravens, it's like they do this gigantic thing where they announce the players one by one, they come out, everyone cheers. It pumps up the players to the point where now is it like, do they just feel like they're at practice?
Yeah, and I wonder that too, because that's kind of what I was thinking next is what happens when fans do come back? Is that gonna be a little different for the players? Are they gonna welcome it, or is it gonna be like will there be an adjustment period? Say just say hypothetically, say the playoffs start and we're like, whatever, COVID, go 75%, and then all of a sudden you've been playing to an empty stadium for 16 weeks, and then that first game back, it's a roaring crowd.
Yeah,
I don't know what that would do. It would certainly be interesting because I think that's a part of the game, right? Like you said, it does kind of reduce it to a practice to a bit. The atmosphere, there's not as much tension in the air, which is kind of the thing that we really like.
So that's why they call it the 12th man, right? That's why the audience is called the 12th man at home field advantage, because it does make a difference.
Yeah, I agree.